Hello guys, welcome back to Let's Go Far Together. Now, all I ask is that if you find this helpful at all in any way to you as a coach or as a player or as a team, that you give it a like and that you watch the whole video so you can actually know what I'm talking about. Now, today we're going to discuss the attacking principles of play of our game model for the team that I am coaching right now. And we have a formation of a 4-3-3 with one single pivot. Now, I have it set up already as of when we are in the phase of attacking on an organized attack. This is not a counter attack. This is pretty much an organized attack. We have the 4, the 3, and the 3 attackers right here. Now, our first principle will be to counter press. As you can see here, we have a back 3. Our goalie, there's no reason for the goalie to be here when the ball's all the way over there. So we can move well out of our box and be comfortable. Now, if we get someone to recover here and score from there, then we'll start thinking it more within the game. But still though, that ball should travel a long distance enough to where this goalie can recover and just catch the ball. God willing, we don't have Roberto Carlos playing against us. Now, what I want to see again is our back 4 turning into a back 3, because the fullback will support either to give width and do an overlap, or in this case just to provide a drop. The cam or attacking midfielder on the right hand side of our pitch, because we're attacking this way, will shift over a little bit to try to support, while the striker and the opposite cam shift into the zone. Now, defensively, what I want to see is that the moment we lose the ball, we counter press really strong, really insensitive for 7 seconds. So you're just gonna count in your head, not out loud, obviously, because you look silly and the other team will be able to tell. So in your head, you just count for 7 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and everybody joins in to try to close lines of defense. So like if this guy's beat over here, he needs to try to recover so we can close this guy up and take the ball from him. Now, if within 7 Mississippis we haven't won the ball, what we need to do is retreat into our formation. So ideally, the winger will be the one delaying while everybody else shifts in. Obviously, the moment we lose the ball, everybody's starting to take a more defensive position. And what I want is our second principle is if we do not recover the ball, then we recover our shape. And our shape defensively is a 4-4-2, but it's a midfield diamond. It's not a flat 4, because we struggle with a double pivot to cover the zones correctly. So that is why we will retreat into something that looks a lot like this. And what I want, this is very important, during this phase, again, if we cannot recover within 7 seconds, that's our first principle. Try to counter press, recover within 7 seconds. If we cannot recover, we fall into our second principle, which is to recover our shape, defensive shape, by not dragging the wingers into the back line. I mean, like, because normally you see a lot of this. You see a lot of teams doing this when they're defending. The wingers support the fullbacks. I don't want these guys doing the running. What I want is to distribute it as a team. So what's going to happen is the striker is going to come, it's going to drop into this position. Now, let's just walk this back into, let's just say, a position where we are, ideally, this is what we want to, if we lose the ball on the attacking third, we are going to set our line in the mid third. So this is where we will set our defensive line, you can call it our line of confrontation, will be right here. So the moment they enter the zone, we will press. They can pass it all they want down there. We can be okay with that, or we can try to just close lanes like this with the wingers, but without taking our numbers like this, where they split us, and now they got space in between the lines. So our line of confrontation will be when they enter in the mid third. Now, let's just say that they just moving the ball along pretty good, and they just keep dropping our line, or they send a long ball in behind, which, you know, every team does. That's kind of what we're trying to do ourselves. And they got us like this. When they have us like this, what I want is still our team to keep the shape in as far as the, let me move the chips and I'll explain it. Let's just say the boys with the 6. Okay. Our third principle is that the wingers are going to stay up here on our own half, but they're going to stay here to press anything that gets passed back to either the center backs or the fullbacks. Now, if let's just say they put a long ball over here and this guy goes on support, I don't want my winger to come here. And that's the thing that is new or is different compared to what most coaches do, because what I want my wingers is to offer threat in behind here. So if the fullback vacates this spot, that means if he leaves his position, then we can move over. Now, if that's coming to our half, you need to understand that you're offside there, but if you're on your own half, even if you are behind the last defender, you are completely onside. So feel perfectly comfortable being here, though most teams are not actually going to do that, and they're going to leave this. But if the fullback goes up, then you retrieve over here. Now, defensively, what I want to see is the camps. The attacking midfielders on both ends are going to be doing the pressing and the covering with the fullback. So if the fullback gets beat here, then it's the camp's responsibility to get in there and cover for him while this guy's obviously shift over. This is how far in I want this guy. So if there's a winger out here, I'm not worried about him, because by the time this ball gets over here, then we would have shifted over. So we just have to get comfortable and understanding what we need to do. To where what I don't want to see is that when the ball comes over here, like say if they make a good switch, I don't want this guy being alone. As the ball is going, everybody needs to shift over. I want my 6 to cover essentially the penalty area in zone 14, because like I said, if the ball's over here, then the cams are providing the support to the fullbacks. So they are the ones that are going to give chase to the runners of the ball at anything on the wings. So they become almost wing backs when we don't have the ball. And we are able to do that by dropping in see, if you look at it this way, it's a back 5. We have a wing back and our number 10, our attacking midfielder, and we have our fullback still. And we still have plenty of people in the box to be able to defend any kind of cross. But we're keeping control of the midfield because of our attack, of our striker dropping into the midfield. And now, no matter what, we're matching them one man. Even if this guy gets pulled out, you can go and press him so this guy can cover his zone. That's fine. But if they pass this back, then we can go and delay. You don't have to go and commit, so then you get beat. You just go and delay, so then everybody else comes up a little bit, and we push up the line, and we can go ahead and start over again. But the moment that ball is, let's just say they come here, or we can intercept this pass. The moment they turn the ball over, our back line is to find our attacking players, which would be our number 9 and one of the, even if this guy's here, like on this scenario right here, if he's supporting over here and we win the ball, I don't expect this guy to make this long pass, but we can certainly find the 9 or the number 8 to then send the ball in behind and launch our counter attack. So we're going to have to be very smart. Our defensive principles, number 1 is we counter press for 7 seconds very intensively to try to win the ball back. If we do not win the ball back, we recover our shape into a 4-4, or the goalie, 1-4-4-2, with a midfield diamond and not 2 narrow strikers, but 2 wide strikers to ideally be able to pin the back 4 with 2, and we still should be able to break that line, put balls in behind, and just scare these guys to where essentially what they'll do, because we put balls in behind them, they'll do that and they drop off. And if they drop off, they have no connection to their back line, and we split them. And that's essentially what we would do. So we retreat into a 4-4-2 with midfield diamond. And the last one is our wingers stay up like so as 2 strikers. Our striker actually comes in to support the midfield and acts as a cam during the times where we have pressure, and the two cams are the ones that provide. So say my number 8 will provide the 2 with support, and my number 10 in this scenario, because it's on the right side, will support my number 3, to make sure that he doesn't get beat. And then what I don't want is I don't want to pull out my center back because this guy got beat, and now this guy's going on a 1v1 with 2 people against 2 in the box. We will always have 3, and it will look more like a back 5 when we are getting pinned and when we are in any kind of struggle. But again, we should be able to recover the ball here, find a number 9, and a number 9 can send those balls in behind. So thank you guys for watching. Please give it a like, ask any questions if you have them, and I'll try to answer them in another video or in the comments. And I'll see you guys on the training pitch.